What's up, guys? As I was just looking at articles and stuff, I ran across this article. Just thought it was interesting, and basically, I'll tell you why that the bank runs in America has been all-time high on Google. But anyway, I was just looking at this and didn't think much about it. But near the end of this article, I read something that I had no idea was a law, and I think all of you should know what this law is. It affects all of us, and basically I'll get to why this article was written. It was written because of this. Jim Cramer is one of the leading financial economists in the world, predictors or whatever. And on May 21st, he came out and pretty much said in the coming weeks expect financial anarchy in Europe, and there will be bank runs in Spain and Italy in the next few weeks. And he basically is kind of saying that they're just expecting the European banking system collapse. Basically, if Greece does leave the euro, which is looking more and more inevitable, and they're just talking about Spain, Italy, Portugal, and just all this stuff. But Jim Cramer came out and pretty much said that he expects a bank run on these other countries, and that's why that other article was written about the increase on Google about bank runs. But let's go to what really got me, because I had no idea that this was law. This article was written in February 25th, 2010, and basically Citibank sent a message to all of their bank holders that they reserve a 7-day restriction on bank withdrawals. And basically this is during the height of America's recession or whatever, and they were afraid about bank runs then. And basically they said that they were going to invoke this law, which I had no idea was a law. The law is the requirement is part of Regulation D of the Securities Act of 1933. It applies to all accounts classified as non-negotiable order of withdrawal, now accounts. Basically, interest-bearing checking savings accounts held by individuals or nonprofit organizations. Banks are not required to hold reserves in place to cover now accounts. So the rule prevents a run on withdrawals for which there are no reserves, states the report. Basically, there's a law, if there's ever a run on American banks, because of the Regulation D Securities Act 1933, they reserve the right to shut down all withdrawals from their bank accounts or yours for 7 days. So, I mean, this is very interesting. I mean, this is information that we need to know. But for those still unaware of the fact, it comes as a shock that your bank has no reserves with which to cover withdrawals if there is a sudden loss of confidence or a good old bank run. It's just, I had no idea that this was law. So if there's ever a bank run in America, they reserve the right to shut down your withdrawal for 7 days. And so basically what I'll leave you with is if you see bank runs in Europe and Europe collapses, then you have a quick window to get your money out or whatever before this is instituted. But I had no idea that this was law.